Yo, what's going on, guys? Sinister Skater here, Black Ops 4 got its what appears to be a weekly update earlier today. We updated to version 1.05 and it brought a ton of stuff. We got Nuketown added, bunch of different multiplayer changes, some Blackout changes, and like double all that for the amount of zombie fixes that they've implemented. So a lot of stuff here. Sit back, relax, play a game of Call of Duty, and listen up or enjoy this awesome gameplay in the background. But this update is 9.4 gigabytes on PlayStation 4 and 11 gigabytes on Xbox One. It will be coming to PC tomorrow. We'll go over a few general things before we jump into the multiplayer specific changes like the SMG rebalances and things like that. PlayStation 4 exclusive things. We'll start with that. Nuketown, the multiplayer map, is now live on PlayStation 4. It will be coming to PC and Xbox next Tuesday, the 20th. This is a reimagining of Nuketown as like a Russian Nuketown. Pretty cool stuff. There's also a featured playlist with that. And in tandem with that, zombies are now spawning on Nuketown Island in Blackout. They've also added a zombie supply stash to the island behind the sign, the mystery boxes that you can loot once you kill all the zombies in the area. And they've also added the first DLC weapon into Blackout, or however you want to refer to it as, but they added the Bowie knife, which is the first melee weapon in Blackout, and it is a one-hit kill melee weapon. I've been hoping to add something like that in the near future, so that's exciting. And again, all those are on PlayStation 4. They'll be coming to PC and Xbox next week. One last PlayStation exclusive thing, they've made Blackjack Shop live. This is the new shop where you can go and directly purchase things like specialist gear sets, emote sets, tags, and all the items rotate weekly and daily, and you buy everything directly with Call of Duty points. So no loot boxes as of yet. There's no randomization. You just go in and buy what you want. Moving on to non-PlayStation stuff, general patch notes. While we're talking about DLC stuff, they've added a new feature called the Daily Tier Skips for the Contraband streams. The way this works is you can advance one whole tier when you get your first win of the day in multiplayer or your first merit of the day in Blackout. So it's a way to level up the Contraband a lot faster, and this is a per day feature. So play once a day, you are guaranteed a tier a day. And the last thing before we get into the multiplayer changes, there are new playlists for the featured playlists. There's the Endurance Chaos Mosh Pit, which consists of Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirm, Domination, and a Hardpoint with doubled score limits. That's 150 score to win in Team Deathmatch and 400 score to win in Domination. And there's also longer time limits for these game modes. Mercenary Capture Mosh Pit returns and Gun Game remains in the featured playlist until next week. So with that out of the way, let's jump into the multiplayer changes. There's a lot of stuff to go over here. So let's start with the SMGs. All of them except one got rebalanced. The MX9, GKS, Cordite, and Spitfire all got buffed. They increased the range at which those weapons can kill in the least amount of shots, and they also increased the aim down sight movement speed for each of those weapons. For the assault rifles, the Maddox got rebalanced. They increased the recoil on the first and second shots of that weapon, but they also removed the recoil penalty with the Echo Fire Operator mod, so there's a little give-take rebalance with that there. The KN57 overall got buffed. They reduced idle sway and increased the range that it can 4-hit kill by 1.5 meters, and the Rampart 17 got overall buffed. They reduced the idle sway, reduced the recoil on the first and third shots, and then increased the range that it can 4-hit kill by 3 meters. For the tactical rifles, the Swordfish got buffed. They reduced the delay between the burst and increased its idle sway. And for the Pentaburst Operator mod, it now has the standard burst delay mechanics. For the LMGs, they nerfed the Titan. They reduced its aim down sight speed, but then they also increased the sprint out time, which will make the weapon feel more sluggish when you're trying to be agile with it. They also increased its hipfire spread and reduced the movement speed benefits when you have the stock attachment equipped. Snipers got rebalanced, and most of them, actually all of them, got buffed. It seems like they keep buffing the snipers so they're on par with the Paladin. The Outlaw got a lot of changes, which some do a big buff for. They increased its fire rate, they greatly reduced its idle sway, and they increased the aim down sight speed, and they updated the aim down sight rechamber animation to make it easier to stay on target. And they made recoil center more reliably, and they increased its base damage by 10. So the Outlaw should be much better now. SDM got a little buff. They added hipfire aim assist, and then the Koshka got a little buff. Its recoil will now center more reliably after the first shot. For the shotguns, the SG-12 got a little bit of a nerf. They reduced the visual effects for the strobe light operator mod, and they also reduced the range at which the strobe light will affect the enemy's aim assist by a total of 50%. Whew, that covers all the weapon changes. We still got a long ways to go. The Grip 2 attachment got nerfed. They reduced the flinch mitigation for that. And an undocumented change in the patch notes, they added reticle colors to the reticles. There is, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, there's like red, blue, green, teal, and purple, I believe. People have been asking for this, so that's awesome. And they also centered the recon and reflex reticles. If you guys frequent Reddit, you may have seen some posts where those reticles used to be slightly off center. I believe they were slightly to the left, which for reticles, that's not good because you have to be on point to aim and kill people. So yeah, that's cool. Moving on to specialists. Ajax got a nerf. They reduced the 9-bang flash effect duration by 25%, so you should be able to get into action faster if you don't get murdered while you're flashed. And then they increased the bullet spread while in Fortify for the ballistic shield by 25%. And then when Ajax gets hit by concussion grenade now, the turn speed has been slowed down while he has ballistic shield activated. So a little counter there to make the ballistic shield not OP. They've also added third-person sound effects for the second and third charge of the 9-bang, and added more ways to counter just Ajax and ballistic shield overall by like buffing tac mass, which we'll get to in a little bit. Prophet had his Tempest accuracy increased, and Firebreak now does damage to the strike team when using his flamethrower. I used a flamethrower on Firebreak. I didn't like it in Black Ops 3, but it seems really, really good in Black Ops 4. And a couple weeks ago, I thought I could destroy a strike team by spraying a whole clip of flamethrower at them, and it didn't even die. So with this change, maybe flamethrower will be a good counter to strike team. We'll have to wait and see and play with that. But moving on to some perk changes, we got I'm counting like 4 more multiplayer changes here before we get in Blackout. But for the perks, the tac mask got buffed. They increased its resistance to 9-bang, the concussion grenade, and razor wire. Flak jacket got buffed. They increased its resistance to explosive damage. Cold blooded got buffed, which is great because I think it doesn't really do much. They increased the delay before an AI score streak will target and start shooting at you. So hopefully that'll make that perk more effective and actually usable. And then finally, Dead Silence got buffed. It now suppresses healing, fall damage, and swimming sounds in both multiplayer and Blackout. And I think that's a really, really big change for Blackout. We have one important score streak change regarding the strike team. You can only have one of those active at a time per team, which is really, really good because when 2 of those things are active, it's like impossible to even play the game. They also made some spawn adjustments for Arsenal, Summit, and Payload across multiple game modes, and they also adjusted the spawn logic to Seaside and Gridlock. 2 more multiplayer changes here, bear with me. This is a pretty big one. For Hardcore, they added Ricochet for killing your own teammates near a care package, which I've had that happen to me multiple times. Teammates will kill you to steal a care package. So that's a great change. I don't know if that's been in Call of Duty before, but I love to see that. And then finally, in Heist, they made some changes. They increased the cost for the Seeker, Hellstorm, and Lightning Strike score streaks, and the extraction zone now shows at the start of a round. Moving on to Blackout, we had a few changes. Big one is that weapons now load faster at the beginning of matches. Thank God for this. I can't tell you how many times I spawn down on the map and I'm running around looking for a gun. I see some ammo, but I don't see where the gun is, and I'm slow to pick the gun up, and then I get shot in the back. Hopefully that won't be happening anymore. They also added a team scoreboard. This works like in multiplayer. You press start during a Blackout match and press the left bumper, and it'll show you a multiplayer-esque scoreboard for your duos and squads. It shows like the kills, distance kills, like all these stats that you usually see at the end of a match. We also had the Bowie knife added, which I mentioned earlier, the Dead Silence buff, which I mentioned earlier. Last thing is that they added new character missions. The icon characters are now available for you to unlock in Blackout. That's Mason, Woods, Menendez, and Reznov, now being available in Blackout. And then finally, we're getting into some zombies changes, and there were a lot of specific zombie stability fixes. I didn't even read you guys all the multiplayer notes, and just look how long it's been already. Zombies is like half of the entire patch notes. It's crazy. If you guys haven't been following zombies, I'll update you real quick. It hasn't been in a good state since launch. There's been tons of bugs, tons of glitches and crashes that have made zombies pretty much unplayable. There's been some shady stuff going on. The community just is not, they haven't been happy at all. And these notes and the progress that they've shared is exactly what the zombies community has been wanting to see. So hopefully Treyarch keeps it up. I'll read you the first 4 patch notes so you can get an idea of the specificity, and then I'll go over the big ones. But if you guys want to see all of them, patch notes link down below in the description. But moving on, they fixed crashes where a player could be disconnected during character banter. They fixed a crash in theater that could occur when a player tried to watch a playback of a game that contained 3 bots. They fixed a crash that would occur when players disconnect while burned out killed zombies. They fixed a crash that could occur in the main quest of Blood of the Dead if the player holding the banjo died while another player attempted to interact with the ghost that handed over the banjo. Player with the banjo must be the one to give it back to the ghost. So you can see just a bunch of crazy specific changes like that. Big ones that may introduce some new features. Speed Cola is now technically in the game. They've added a new feature where you get increased reload speed when you have all 4 perks equipped. And the reload speed is pretty much just like Speed Cola. People have done some tests and comparisons. So it's good to see that back in the game because without Speed Cola and Jug, it's a little bit harder. They also fixed the clan tag and kill counter bug that prevented ammo refills. They've also fixed that max ammo bug, which you pick up max ammo and it wouldn't give you like any ammo, and it was a huge bug that made people mad. They've also added what is like a written roadmap, which people have been asking for as well, kind of like giving details of what they're working on in the future and what future updates will include and all that good stuff. So if you guys are into zombies and want to see all the changes and you've been following everything that's been going on, link to the patch notes down below in the description. Scroll to the bottom of the post and you'll see everything there. It's like not even doable to read out in this video. This video is already long enough, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys are most excited for with these changes in Black Ops 4 for update 1.05 down below in the comments. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and learned something new today. If you guys did, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe for future gaming and Call of Duty content, and hit that bell notification so you get notified as soon as I upload and don't miss any of my awesome content. Links are down below in the description for 10% off Control Freaks, which, by the way, for your information, they're doing a little promo where if you buy any of the Call of Duty branded Control Freaks and use a certain checkout code, you get a free pair of atomic thumbsticks. So it's kind of like a buy one, get one free. I'll have a link to my tweet with more information of that in the description as well if you're interested in that. You'll also find a link down there for awesome Into the AM apparel and other goodies like my Amazon associates links and fun things like that. But that'll be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Kid. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.